out if YouTube vertical lives work or not. I want like a bigger chat space. Is this chat filter, community moderation? What does the plus do? Poll, of course, pointless. Or share. Okay. Oh, I need a highlight filters. This is dumb. Okay. I don't know where comments show up, but whenever someone joins, I'll see if it happens. Okay. Now, let's fix some of this stuff. Let's see if my monitor works. I need this keyboard ready to go. I have that plugged in? I do. I don't know what the... That turned on. Okay, okay. Does this work? Let's see if this works. Hey, what's up? Someone actually joined. If you can leave a comment, I have no idea where the comments show up. I also would like to know if you can hear me. I think this is connected, but it's been a minute since I've done a YouTube live. Shoot, I forgot my laptop. Oh well. All right, this looks like it started up. No network. Oh yeah, didn't plug in network. That would be why. Where's that network? Okay. They dropped. Network? Oh, something happened. There we go. There we go. Network. All right, we got some network. We're almost there. Hey, how's it going, everyone? If you could leave me a comment, I just want to know where it shows up. Oh, it dropped. Dang. All right, let's see. Did this machine connect? It connected perfectly. All right. Hey, leave me a comment, please. I just want to know where the comments show up in YouTube live streams. Last time I did this, it wasn't a vertical feed. I'm assuming this shows up in your whatever YouTube calls a For You feed. But TikTok gives me like a big area for comments, and I don't know where comments show up. I see a moderation option, but I don't see where comments are. And I can't comment back? I can't leave a comment? That's weird. So if you could just like say hi, I just want to know where it shows. I'm assuming you can hear me. I don't know. Maybe you can't. That would also not be good. But a quick comment would be great. I would love it. I got a new 2.5 gig ETH switch. I made the mistake of getting one. Oh, look. Don't know where to comment. There's only a chat. Okay, so it's chat box. Okay, that's cool. But I at least see your comment, and that helped me a ton because I don't know. I didn't know where if I had to open another screen for it or something. So, thank you for leaving a comment there. I wish I could see it bigger. Like I don't need to see me as much as I want to see what people are saying, because it makes it easier if your comments are large. But I wonder if I could do this stream from OBS. I don't know if vertical streaming works. And I'm assuming this shows up in your shorts feed. That's what it's called, not For You page. That would be silly. So if it shows up in your shorts feed, let me know, because I think my last one that I tried to do was like a normal live stream, and it wasn't on the shorts feed. even though I was shooting it vertically with my phone. But I think YouTube has changed since then. But I'm slowly getting my new lab together. It's been taking me a while. Okay, this is going to be perfect. A little 2.5 gig switch with an SFP and DC 12 volts, I think 1 amp, which is exactly what I want. Okay, cool. No idea. I block shorts. So how did you find this? Where did this show up on my channel? Did you get alerted for it or something? I have no idea. I don't know where this goes. I thought the new vertical live showed up on shorts because I started seeing people live streaming in the shorts, which I never saw before. I saw it all the time on TikTok, and I'm trying to do more on YouTube. I want to get off of TikTok, but I was like, I kind of like doing lives occasionally. And I don't know if this is going to be a solution for me. If I can do it from OBS, that would be very good. I would enjoy that. Let me make a cluster real fast. Where's my mouse? What machine is connected? Oh, that's weird. Thanks for joining. I have so much stuff on my bench. You can't even see it. I should probably. I need more light, don't I? Oh, that's too much light. This is just a mess of stuff. So it's just a normal video? With live in the title or something, not quite sure. Well, thanks for clicking the button. I have no idea how it got here either. And I wonder if it does show up in a shorts feed, because that's what I thought, but I have no idea. YouTube keeps changing stuff. And I know they're trying to catch up to TikTok. That's weird. Let me show you what I have here. I don't know if you even do home lab stuff. I don't know why you clicked on this feed. I have this mini PC here with it has dual NVMe M2 ports, and one of them has an adapter for this NVIDIA card. It's a Quadro K5000, which I can't get it to detect because I don't think I'm powering it properly. Because it's a mess of how to get these things, the power adapter, because I don't actually have a PSU. I have this giant Dell, wrong way. This giant Dell power supply, which is still off screen. This thing, which is the jankiest. I mean, I've done some janky things. Look at this power adapter. I have a clip with a paper clip to trigger the ground so that it's working. Yeah, it's fun. But I don't have. I think that my problem is I think it's powering the card, but I have the adapter here. Is it hot? No, it's okay. The actual board that it's going into takes this Molex, the SATA power, and I have this adapter, which isn't actually giving it power, and I don't know why that's not giving it power. Oh, you're installing Bluefin to replace NixOS or NixOS. Cool. You want to water cool with a full size AI? Aren't they quiet? That's cool. I want to see it. But I've been a big fan of Bluefin. I've been using it for well over a year now. Only time I've stayed on a distro this long is usually because work requires me to. So this is the first time that I've chosen to stay on the same distro for a very long time, and I know a lot of the people that run it have been great. So yeah, I've been a fan. I did try to do a custom spin of Bluefin, mainly just because of missing packages that I wanted in the base. But I kind of abandoned it after a little while, and I just layer a bunch of stuff. So I might go back to it, but I didn't really want to spend too much time on it. Okay, so I need to figure out how to power that. Because I don't think, because this doesn't actually have a light on it. And I'm guessing it doesn't I wouldn't think because this is dead. The fan can scream at times. I also live in the tropics, similar to Florida weather. But, oh, okay, yeah. Like if the air's that humid, you might have corrosive. I'm on so my main developer computer, my main desktop is on Bluefin. It has been for a while. These my home lab is all running Talos for Kubernetes stuff. So like I'm just installing. I actually have it right now booted, and it's going to install Talos on the mini PC. And I have my other box up here and another mini PC over behind me. So those are all going to be running Talos. Same with some Raspberry Pis, which is what I'm trying to build out right now. But I want to get this video card to detect, and that's having a problem for me. So I'm trying to figure out how to power it. Oh, I have an idea. Could I power it from this? I wonder what. Okay, I should look at what is the power pins requirement from a SATA. So SATA power has 4 pins. This is 4 pins going out, black backgrounds, a yellow, and a red. I wonder if I can get similar power from something like a USB connector to power it. I need to probably look at the spec for a SATA power. I know those are both going to be ground, which is fine. I wonder what the yellow is. Oh wait, let me start this install. NVMe 1, don't install on the USB drive. I don't want it to install on that. So it's a 6-core box, 16 gigs of RAM with a terabyte drive. It's interesting that it detects that the network card is only 1 gig. Oh, because it's plugged into a 1 gig port. It's a 2.5 gig port here, but it's detecting as a 1 gig throughput. And that's because of the switch. Okay. Let's create a quick cluster on here. Just switch to Bluefin because I like the simplicity. I run Proxmox on my NAS, though it's only a Celeron and runs LXC containers. That's a great use case. So Proxmox with LXC seems really nice. It seems like a more flexible LXD with Ubuntu, and Bluefin is like the most Chrome OS like Linux experience for a full blown Linux distro that I've had. I like Chrome OS. I like the A/B switching. I used Chrome OS for quite a while. I love the Pixelbook, the old Pixelbook. I had one for years, and I kept trying to get like a full Linux distro on it, and they never worked quite right. There was always missing some drivers or something was a problem. But I really like the hardware. The hardware is fantastic, and Bluefin is definitely the like easy button Linux distro for me. I have had some things that were like, oh, this didn't work, or like installs that didn't go through. And I also have NVIDIA cards on it, so drivers weren't always great. But it's been pretty solid for me. I know I was running beta for a while before they had fully launched it. And I actually like the Fedora ecosystem more than Ubuntu, just because I'm familiar with it. I know Red Hat very well. I've run it plenty of jobs, so or Red Hat derivatives. So it's more familiar to me than Debian. But yeah, definitely jump on the Bluefin Discord because those folks are super helpful. They'll get you anything you need pretty quick. Which is exactly why I was making videos for them, not just Bluefin, but Bazzite as well, because I run that on my Steam Deck. Looks like my cluster is almost created on here. I need to install the AMD microcode. Let me select that real fast. Go to nodes, extensions, update AMD Ucode. Okay, it's going to reinstall with AMD. Okay, so this is just a mess, and I need to figure out how to get power to this. Although, maybe I shouldn't have done it with Talos the first time, but we'll see. You ran Arch for many years. Really like the rolling model, mostly for latest version of GNOME. Nothing worse than a new version releasing and having to. Yeah, uh, I very much like GNOME, and yeah, the one thing I liked about Arch was how quickly it updated. The thing I hated about Arch was if I didn't update my system for maybe 3 weeks, I knew it was gonna have problems. Like I knew I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to do an update at some point, and it's gonna break because trying to skip versions and catch up was always difficult for me. I think I ran Arch for 6 or 8 months, and I was like, this isn't for me. I was like, I like the bleeding edge, but also I don't like the breakage if you're not keeping up. Fedora is a nice balance to me because they release every 6 months, and you can get on Rawhide if you really want the latest stuff that is more of a rolling like release. But the upgrade, I went from Bluefin 39 to Bluefin 40, which was Fedora 39 to 40, and the fact that the update to a brand new distro release took the same amount of time as a normal package update was fantastic because I just was like, oh, it was the same amount of stuff. It was a couple gigs of layers, and then I just rebooted and I had the new distro, and if I wanted to, I could roll back, and that sold me when I did that update. Sorry, I gotta sneeze. I don't want to go in the mic. Oh. All right, maybe the sneeze is gonna go away. I have a feeling this mic's gonna die at any moment, and then you're gonna lose sound. So I'm sorry when that happens. Just comment, and I will switch to I don't know a wired mic because I haven't charged this thing for a little while. Okay, so why won't you charge? Why won't you power on? This isn't powering on at all, and I don't have a SATA connector here. I wonder if I can get a 4-pin. It's more than a fan. It's going to be 12 volts though. I wasn't always a fan of RPM Tree, mainly because of the layers. When I first used RPM Tree back in 2015, 2014, it was really rough, and I was coming from CoreOS, and CoreOS had just the flipped image approach, and images worked, and images were great, and I didn't have to ever think about it. Every layer, every installation and customization came after the fact. They started adding layers to RPM Tree way back then. This was like Flatpak wasn't even like it wasn't called Flatpak. It was called XDG app. If you remember that, like I was on the mailing list. I was trying like this is all terrible. I was like, give me an app image and a partition, and let me just switch between them. And so I was not sold because Fedora Atomic was what it was originally called. It was just bad. Like it just things didn't work and it was slow. And I was like, I don't get this at all. I like the partitions. Using it as a desktop absolutely makes sense. I love it as a desktop. I'm still not sold that it's what I would want to do for a server. If I'm running servers with RPM, I don't know that it's the thing that I actually want. I do want some customization, but I still like the slightly more packaged approach, like a partition. In Talos, we do what's called extensions. And so the whole operating system is in a SquashFS. It runs from RAM. It's just like here's a RAM disk, just boot it and run it. And so that's how the base runs. And when you add an extension, it's just a SquashFS, like a layered SquashFS, like a Docker container. If you're familiar with that, it's just like boop, just throws another file system on top, and like you can see those files now. So when you install the NVIDIA extension, it's just another. I just installed the AMD microcode on this box, like literally while it was installing. I'm like, oh, I forgot AMD. Let me put the microcode on it. It puts an extension on it, gives me a new SquashFS, boots from that. And now I'm looking at it here on I have a monitor right above you. Everything's up and running, and it fully installed Kubernetes and did the whole thing. So my reboots are still have the extensions approach, but it's not files, which OS tree is just files. It's a pointer to symlinks, which have broken on me in Bluefin a couple times. Like there's been a couple occasions where I was like, OS tree is in a mess state, and I have to just reset it. And basically, I lose all of my layered files and stuff like that. Because like I don't know how it got in this state, and I don't know enough about fixing OS tree because it's kind of exotic enough that I haven't gone deep into it. So doing a squash fs or a partition at build time, and if it fails, I get the errors there. I like that better in a server approach than give me all the files and then symlink them all after the fact. I love OS tree for being able to give me like multiple partitions, like multiple boot targets. Where I'm like, oh, I can go back to 38, I can go 39. That's all great, but I like that in a desktop setting. I don't know that I haven't done it server in production, but I doing CoreOS for a long time, doing some Talos, doing that stuff. It's made a lot more sense to me to give me a static partition at build time and then layer stuff on the build. Okay, so this works, or this created my cluster that I wanted. What's the other thing I should be doing? I don't know if I should build out my Raspberry Pis. No, because I want to film those. I'm doing a big build of new lab equipment. So I really should just try to figure out why this won't power on and see if I can get it. I don't even know if there's an indicator light on the board, if it's working or not. I don't see one. Because if I unplug this power, does it stay, does the fan still stay powered on? My power supply still shows it's powered on. Why don't you unplug it from there? What am I doing? I want to see if the fan turns off. It does. Okay, so it has to be getting some power. Because maybe this is working and the power supply is not. I haven't used RPM OS tree in a server setting either. I mostly just use LXC Docker in my home environment. That's totally fine too. It's super simple. I want to do some more with LXC, but LXC still doesn't do full VM. You have to go straight to Proxmox for that. Like I don't get a reboot because I'm sharing a kernel. I'm getting an init system, but not the kernel or not the machine interface. I've been trying to find something lighter weight for running VMs than like a full hypervisor like Proxmox, especially something that's cross-platform, but it's such a mess. Like Hyper-V versus QEMU or Zen. It's just you can't. There's nothing that uses all of them. So it has to be this side that's not working. I don't know how else to detect if this is working or not. Power's on. Oh, I can look at my PCI devices. It'd be cool when container stuff is all on chip, like network switches. You mean for like ASICs or just offload? Like you can offload packet stuff. The offloading makes sense to me, just because like I worked at Amazon for a while, and all of the Nitro stuff, like the offloaded Nitro cards, like they do a bunch of stuff. Like they have your network, they have your storage layer. They increasingly have compute stuff they're doing, and it's just like oh look, you can buy this card and stick it in a server, and then offload a bunch of that stuff. Containers are still just processes. Like it's just a process tree inside of Linux, and so that's like saying you're going to offload like a systemd unit to something else. I don't know that makes sense, but there are some things that like control that, like maybe a kubelet. Like you'd want a kubelet or something else that's like your hypervisor layer. or controller for the containers offloaded, which is exactly what the Nitro card does with Zen, like or KVM now. In AWS, it's just like it's the Nitro card has a little computer on it that runs the KVM commands to do the stuff. So you're not taking up resources on the server. It's like, oh look, we have this little computer that's powered by a PCI, and it does KVM commands, and we control that little card instead. So it's a neat idea, and I could see it for like the controller of things, um, but like the process itself is still going to be somewhere on device, I guess. At least for a workload you're using is all this stuff. Okay, if that's not there, I gotta look at PCI devices. Here, come with me over here. Not that you have a choice. Okay. I need to get that controller out of the way. I was playing a little Halo before. Let's see. Got to log in here. Let's see. I need to get my Talos config. No, I don't. I already have it. Why aren't you working? Get needs a nodes flag. He's got to log in for all the tools. There we go. PCI. Those PCI devices. Sorry, you can't even see my screen. I'm just trying to troubleshoot. I want to see if the NVIDIA card is detected. Is there a is for each node? Okay. That's not working. I don't think we have a way to list my PCI devices. Oh, there's got to be a way in here. I should reinstall it with that. Oh, but I don't want that yet. Get extensions. What do you have? What's the hardware? You said you had a mini PC for home lab, but you're in like the Bahamas? Well, at least I can scroll through comments. NVIDIA GPU. Can't read. I don't know where to get the. Oh, I need both extensions, don't I? Container toolkit free. Let's patch those. Nodes, extensions, update, container toolkit, and non-free. Oh, is this worth it? Yeah, it's probably still fine. Patches. Video. All right. Just installed NVIDIA drivers. Go around with my main PC I use for everything, including gaming. It has NVIDIA card. 44, 6 screen. Sometimes. Oh, can you still game on it too? Because this is a Ryzen. I forget which card. Actually, do we even have? I don't know if there's extensions for that. I should look. Oh, there's the AMD GPU firmware. I should install that. I don't remember which Ryzen this mini PC has. The main reason I got it was because it had 2 M2 slots. Most mini PCs don't. So you're either like, oh, you could have a fast disk or you could have a GPU. So I was like, well, I want both. So I got this one specifically. It also, there was another one that was a lot taller, but it wouldn't fit in the case that I wanted it to fit into. So, am I still working? I think so. Oh, it fell over. Okay, we're installing everything. Rebooted. Oh, main PC runs Windows. Okay, that makes sense. It depends on what you play. If you're still gaming, I was literally just playing Halo just before this, and it's Linux. I use it on my Steam Deck, but that's mostly the only game that I play. I play some other like casual games, like a couple racing games and some puzzle games. Halo doesn't run great, not surprisingly, as a Xbox title. It's not the best, but it does. It works enough that I have fun. I still play it on the weekends. Okay, let's see. NVIDIA persistence to be up. It's not up. Patches, NVIDIA. NVIDIA persistence is not up. Okay, so it probably doesn't detect. Yeah, waiting for sys bus PCI drivers NVIDIA to exist. Basically just a laptop so the GPU isn't really powerful. Oh, that's good. What is my, now I want to look up which one I got. Man, I switched my browser from Chrome to Firefox, and like I have nothing. Just I forget what it's like to have like never logged in on a bunch of websites on this computer. Like I don't have any browser history. I don't have anything. Which machine do I have? The GMK Tech. There we go. Ryzen 5 6600H. No idea what the benchmarks are. Let's see. Benchmark. Six cores, 12 threads. It's from 2022, so it's a couple years old. I don't even know how to compare some of this. Path of Exile in Hades. Oh, okay, so U is the mobile. And that's the thing, like my desktop is a Threadripper, but it's also like a few years old as far as chips go. But it's been great, except for like video editing. I couldn't use the Radeon card, so I had to have a NVIDIA GPU to get any sort. I tried doing video editing with the built-in with just the Threadripper, and man, it's like 10 times slower. And I was like, oh, let me just render this out. I'm like, oh, well, that's not gonna work. I did a few videos and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. So I stuck with NVIDIA. So I have the Threadripper with NVIDIA card, and in this case, I have it. I want to use the GPU for Olama and LLM workloads because I want to offload that from my computer because I was running Olama on my desktop, but once you start running like a large model locally, it's just kind of everything else kind of slows down, and my GPU like video frame was just kind of was lagging and stuff. So I was like, okay, I need another computer where I can offload some of this work to. So that's why I have the Quadro, and I figure with the Quadro we'll be fine. Like it'll be a separate computer. It's K5000, has plenty of memory for it. It's not a gaming card. It's more of a AI, you know, CAD card. Um, but yeah, I haven't gotten to work yet. It has been the condition failed, context canceled. So it's not seeing the NVIDIA card. NVIDIA persistence. It must not be seeing the card. Oh yeah, a bunch of this stuff failed. Okay, we're gonna take off those extensions. Update. Let's take off the NVIDIA extensions. I did see that the PC could pull like 45 watts, which is like high-ish for a mini PC. So I was assuming that it was slightly more powerful than what I was looking at originally. Man, this is a bummer though if I can't get that. Wait, that should go away. Those. Oh, I need to remove the patch. Destroy the patch too. Okay. I think I want another machine to be my control plane. I have another. Oh, I could do it on that. I wonder what the RAM is on that one. What is that box? Because I have another. I have an HP Z2, which are like desktop equivalent. Like they're actually just like enterprise desktops. Not strictly a mini PC. It's more powerful than that. Um, but I wonder if that one will work because that also has an NVIDIA card in it. It's just super weak. It's not you wouldn't game on it. It's like a 1 or 2 gig NVIDIA card. Let's see if I can find where that one is. don't know if it's powered on. I don't know if it's connected right now or what it's installed with. NixOS has a non-standard layout for sure. That's one that I've never actually run myself. It's like one of the few distros. I've never run Gentoo. I've never run NixOS. I use NixOS as like a package manager. I tried it quite a bit, mainly just to get like repeatable package builds, but I never installed the full OS, and it was partially like I don't know, what is this box? Okay, I'm gonna connect to ISO and reboot it. Where are you? Here boot, USB modem, this one. Let's see. I think a lot of people like NixOS because of the safety of it is my guess, or at least the proposed safety of like you could always get back, and also it's a very exotic operating system in my opinion, and so it kind of gets into the weeds. I know the community is really great, and they always seem super supportive. Still building GCC for retired day. Yeah, back in 2002. What were you on, like a Pentium 3? Um, maybe a Pentium 2, right? Like that's just like that's gonna take a while. I had a friend that a roommate in college that ran Gentoo, and he was all about it. He's like, "Oh, you get faster everything," and I think I had what was the AMD Thunderbird? I think is what it was called. It was like a 1.2 gigahertz. I overclocked it to 1.4 or something, and I was like, this ain't gonna happen. I was like, my heatsink is just so hot, and I can't do anything on this computer. It was fun though, a fun experiment, but I didn't make it. Okay, that's healthy again. That computer's not healthy. Okay, now this one's booting up. Let's see if it connects. I really wish. I wonder if I can. It'd be cool if I could stream to YouTube with OBS, but still have like a remote camera. I guess I just need to like plug more things into OBS. If NixOS on top of Btrfs and Plasma 6 came, yeah, easy to try out. And that's, I mean, Bluefin has been really easy to try out things. Like it's just, oh, I want to try, when I was switching back and forth between like even NVIDIA drivers, it was just, oh yeah, that just works. Okay. Or it doesn't work. I only switch back to the old driver. And it's just, it is annoying sometimes you have to reboot to do the changes, which is kind of one of those like, this is a little bit painful, but also I feel like it gets me in just better habits of rebooting my computer once a week, where it's like, oh, I think I should update this week, and I'll reboot it real quick. So that's annoying that rpm-ostree does require that. You can install packages active, but again, that's been hit or miss for me with rpm-ostree. It's just been sometimes it works and sometimes it just is like we installed and we failed. Try rebooting and do it again. I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, that's the rpm-ostree. I still don't think is the best thing out there for some of this. I love the flexibility, but sometimes it was last week. I was like, oh, I want to install a bunch of packages, and I was trying to do inside a distro box, and I was having trouble doing it. And so I ended up rebooting my computer probably 8 times in a morning, and I was just like, okay, today I hate rpm-ostree. I also hate that it's called rpm-ostree. Too many syllables. It should be OS tree. Like, just it doesn't have to be RPMs. Like, you could do it on top of Debian, right? I know it's a Red Hat thing, but just let me do it another way. Why is this overscan so bad? Should fix that. Client settings, no. Okay, let's see if I have more machines now. In the forking Bluefin, we're using uBlue. Well, and that's the go look at what's it called? uBuild. I think it's called uBuild. Build Blue. Buildblue.org. Blue. I can't leave a comment here. blue-build.org, and it just walks you through how to like build your custom version. And it's like, oh yeah, just start from a fresh ISO, start from Bluefin, whatever, and then just layer whatever packages you want, layer whatever settings you want, and then there's a get hook that basically keeps it updated all the time. So you're not always building it from scratch, and so whenever uBlue or Bluefin pulls and updates, it comes to your repo, gets rebuilt, pushes to your repository, and it works. Because a lot of the maintainers keep their own forks, and they just, oh, I have a fork of uBlue, and this is what I'm using. Okay, I have this machine now. It's connected. I can add a machine to the cluster. Let's scale this out. I want a worker. We're gonna install there. This is a Intel board. Oh, Intel UCode. And it also has NVIDIA. I want the container toolkits and non-free save. I'm going to patch it with the name Z, because that's the name it has on my network. And where did I need this patch? Save. And update. Now I can remove ISO. Not keen on the rebooting stuff, although with Linux, I always end up rebooting anyway. I mean, that's the main test, right? Like, did this work? is this going to come back up? Did I get everything I wanted to? Talos fails controller kernel error loading NVIDIA module not found. Did I already add that patch? Big patches. Go to a machine. Go to this machine. NVIDIA. Save. Patch. Not find NVIDIA module. Yeah, I know, because it's not there yet. Did you install already? I don't know. I'm fighting this now. I'm surprised this is still working. Is this still working? Yeah, sorry. I don't know. You want to see my screen instead of me? Let's see. Oh, but that's probably going to be too close. Nope. Other way. Oh, see, that's going to be dumb. I have to move this over anyway. So I have a box. I have the box up here, which is my other HP. And so that's what I'm remoted into right here. It's failing to get the NVIDIA runtime, which I don't know why. It also has a weird, how do I adjust AutoSense video? Hey, that worked. That was magic. Thanks. Thanks, KVM. This is still loading. Let's see where it's at. Okay, so it's still going through an install. Type worker, ready, true, kubelet's not up yet. So it's failing on that runtime though. I think it just rebooted. No? Anyone has an NVIDIA card? I've used it before. Hey, there we go. There's the reboot. Starting the new kernel. Okay, there's our reboot. Now we're almost there. All right, no, it goes the other way now. Waiting for CR to register, service. Waiting for it to exist. Don't cut network. You have network. Oh, I did it again. Sometimes the network doesn't come back on this box when it does a kexec. Or just fully reboot it. Oh, or did it work? No. I got IPv6. There it is. There's IPv4. Up here in the top right. Okay, so this is up now. Now we got this connected again. Aha, there's my services. What are you doing? Did NVIDIA work? It says healthy. Page is running. Okay, that one worked. CR is up. Okay, so this one has the NVIDIA card. I don't know why it doesn't get a label for that. And this is my mini PC. This one just doesn't detect the NVIDIA card. So I don't know why. Well, I think because it's not getting enough power. But at least I got two in the cluster now. And I got, what's total capacity? Memory. 43 gigs. So if I add more machines, what can I get this cluster up to? Let's see. Let me get 3 more machines in this cluster. Whoa. Sorry, falling over. I ordered a step ladder for my garage because I keep standing on unsafe things. Okay. 2, 3. Let's go ahead and update the OS while we're at it. Upgrade. Let's switch over to switch from Z. Not up yet. Switch. Oh, it's switching. It is. It says it is. I don't like this one's not powering on. There it goes. Finally. Jeez. Currently active profile is different than the designated preferred profile for this target. Okay. I don't know what that means. We're doing an update on this cluster. We'll wait for these machines to connect, and then we will scale up the cluster. These should go connected. I think these are my last machines. Seven, 4. Oh, if this works, then I'll cut the live and maybe go to bed. Oh wait, I need to change this boot order because they time out. They wait for Pixie boot, and I don't have a Pixie boot on my network, but they still sit there until they time out. So it takes a while. Takes a while to get the boot. Where aren't you going? Still disconnected. And why is this one Advanced Micro Devices Inc.? Oh, that's AMD. Duh. I don't think I recognize that. I have AMD 64 down here, but this one feels like that's weird. Advanced Micro Devices. Okay, this is booting. I should see it show up over here as connected. I'm on up. Here comes the dashboard. Should get network connectivity here soon. Yep, 661. They all went live. Let's see, which one are you? 664. Let it report in. Are these already in the cluster? What? They say available. I don't know. Healthy. Which one's 64? That would be up, right? No, this is up. At least it says it's up. The name of my computer is up, which is also confusing. Let's see, 63. This must be 64. Never. Okay. Never is ready. It's not in a cluster. So if I go over to cluster and try to add it, okay, these say they're available, but these are not giving me the information I want. Okay, but I can, wait, what? That's not an AMD machine. Oh, that's just a CPU Intel. Never mind. It's gonna be a worker. Let's add Intel Ucode, save. This one, I think, I'm gonna give you up. I thought this was up. Maybe my tags are wrong. Should be up. Save. Update. Okay. Ah, no problem. Good luck with the Bluefin install. Okay, that's going through. Let's go back to, oh, here, let's apply this. Apply changes. Machines. These still say available. What does this one say it's on? $63. This should be give you, which is correct. 63 give you ready false. Encryption key rejected. Okay, so this failed to boot. Let's let it reboot and wipe it. I think I might have deployed it as a local cluster without the certs. bought this KVM, Raritan KVM, and man, it's been a lifesaver for having lots of machines in home lab. What made me decide on a vertical stream? I'm trying to figure out if the vertical stream shows up in the shorts feed, but since you block it, it didn't work so well. I don't know where this is going to show up in my account after I end it, but that is something that I will want to figure out because I wanted to have something show up in the shorts feed, and I assumed a vertical feed would, or vertical live stream would. Reset Talos. Return to maintenance mode. There we go. That'll do a reboot. Because I do live streams. If I'm doing a normal live stream, I'm like sharing my desktop, and I'm usually in StreamYard. Actually, I wonder if StreamYard could do shorts now. I should check that. What's the best way to check that? I'll just search it. Can it create shorts? No, you can publish. I don't know if there's a shorts live stream. So you can make and record. As you stream on YouTube Shorts. Okay. Oh, I don't want to watch it. No, no ads. One thing I hate is my personal account has YouTube Premium or whatever it's called, but my work account doesn't, and you can't sign up for a premium on a whatever G Suite account, so it doesn't work. I'll watch it later. Okay, so one of these should show connected here pretty soon. And then it'll be available for me. And 63. Oh, it's applying a config. Where'd you get your config from? What are you connected to? I just did a reset. What? Oh, a new machine. No, no, no. This one. Yeah, there it is. 63. Okay. So that's give you. So if we go into the cluster, that's rebooting. For scaling. Add that as a worker. Intel Ucode already has it. Patch. Nope. Patch to give you so I know which one I'm looking at. Okay, and last one. What are you doing? API failed. I think this is in the same state. It needs the virtual media. I don't know why I can't do it like that. I have to. Here we go. Then reboot it. Okay, up is not ready. Why are you not ready? Oh, did it? I just heard a beep. I think it just rebooted. Or no, that was this one. Yeah. Wait, why was it? What? Oh, did I patch it wrong? I bet I patched it wrong. Patches. I'll call this one mini. I know what I'm looking at. Okay, I gotta hit the reset when I get there. Get like 5 seconds on the grub menu. You have me on my 32-inch vertical, so it's fine for me. Yeah, I was not intending this to be on a horizontal feed at all. So yes, I absolutely agree. That would be difficult. And I don't usually, if I'm doing a vertical feed, I don't usually show a screen. I'm usually at my bench building stuff, which was my initial intention here, was to show, like, showing me building things is much easier vertically. But when the car didn't detect, I switched tactics just to see if I can get anything working. So point noted, and I agree. I'll have to see if there's a way to stream vertical video better. But in general, if this is showing up on my main account, like in my live streams, actually I can check that real fast. Streams. Yeah, no, this definitely shows up in my general lives, and that's not what I wanted. So I'm sorry. I have another one where it's live. I have a Tech AMA, and I think I have a Bazite install that were all vertical, which I wanted them to show up in the shorts feed, and I don't know how to make that happen. Okay. Oh shoot, did I miss it? I missed it. No, I didn't. Okay. So I don't know if it's better to look at me while I talk, or if you want my screen again. There's not a whole lot that you can read on my screen, I guess. Most of it's just clicking around. Okay, where is this? Why are you still rebooting? Let's see if this machine is ready. Connected, ready. This is still booting. When I have all 3 machines in this little cube powered on, and I have my KVMs down here blinking, there's a lot of fan noise in my lab. My podcast, the editors were like, "Hey, could you turn off some of the computers?" Like we had a hum basically the entire time. It'd be nice if we didn't have to try to edit that out. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. I'll turn it off. Oh, good. Okay. Mini Z up give you. This one should connect. Oh, it's rebooting. Hold on. I don't know why it's rebooting, but it's rebooting. This one should be never. Gonna, my 4th node in here will not start. And that's the one I need to actually like take it all apart and see if it's not getting power, if something happened with the board, what's going on. I have another Intel board in here in my old Linksys board, and it has a Intel SBC in here, and it will not power on either. And so I need to figure out why. That's another project I want to figure out. How do I get this thing off? Did I screw it back in? That's still rebooting. Yeah. Usually I don't mind the noise like personally, but when I'm trying to record something or I'm on a video call or something, like it's a problem. I never can hear my main PC just because I have so many other fans that are on. The really annoying thing is these fans I hear, they're higher pitched, more of a whine. There's a uh, the power supply for it is under this pillow on the shelf. And there's actually two power supplies, 250 watts from a 3D printer, and that's what I really hear. That thing goes crazy. Um, Come on, I don't think this is even screwed in. How did I get that out of there? Let's get these screws off. Because I would love for this little board to work again. Because it's a nice little. It's not really meant for like workloads, but it's great to have like as a jump box. I could do Raspberry Pis, but it's easier when it's x86, in my opinion. Raspberry Pis just get so slow. I mean, this thing now is probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 years old. So it's not the speediest computer. Where's my pliers? How did you go together? Screwdriver. How is this? Oh, I guess with the. I remember correctly, the whole thing slides off. There's a clip under here on both sides. There we go. I was right. Need to replace my W opener T router. It's a Pi 4 and has two USB Ethernet adapters. This team causes it a seg fault. What? It causes USB Ethernet adapters? Does segfault Linux? That's amazing. I hadn't heard that one. Okay. So this was my first WRT like Frankenstein, where I just took a straight up HDMI because I wanted video to it. Oh, did it connect? I think my last system connected. That's right, because I had to. Here, wait, wrong way. It's the front facing camera, so it's backwards on the controls. There we go. This poor little HDMI cable hasn't seen the light of day for a long time. Okay, how does this? How did I even get this in here? Oh, because I see. I screwed it on after the fact. This piece should slide off. Man, this was a tight fit. There we go. Aha. There we go. I don't know what this board was. 5 volts. So I had a little 5 volt. So I could have. That still looks fine. This looks fine. So I don't see anything noticeably broken on it. I don't see where a light would be though for power. Wi-Fi. Oh, my last computer connected. Yay. Okay, this last machine, hold on. Switch gears again. What's this last machine? Up. But I already had a machine named Up because this is 61. So this should actually be never. Okay, we'll add it to the cluster. scaling, worker node, and the Intel Ucode, name it never. Okay. Now I will have a 5-node cluster. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so let's see if I plug my power, where's that? Maybe this one will work. Oh, that. I have a, which, how many volts is that? All right, let me see. I forget what it's supposed to, 5-volt center. Man, I don't remember any of this stuff. I had a power adapter that worked for it. At least used to work for it. Here it is. This D-Link. Let's see if it still works. It could be my connector down here. I don't know. I never get any indicators on it, so this in. Oh, light turned on. Very faint light. That's good news. Wait, do you work? Do I need another Ethernet jet? Let's see if Ethernet works. I really need to attach my switch to the wall. I get no Ethernet lights. But that looks super faint, that light, which makes me think that maybe I'm not getting enough power out of here. My camera zoom in, it looks really close. Sorry. I'm gonna back you up a little bit. I don't like seeing that much of my forehead. Okay, well, at least I know. Wait. If I hold reset, does it work? Okay, does it work with this little adapter? Oh, barely. Oh, that light's way, way dimmer. Like that's not even powering anything. Okay. So it could be this little adapter just failed. When I do this, that at least gets something out of it. Where is my video for that monitor? So I could plug that into the HDMI, wherever that is, here, and see if we get anything. I know I have it somewhere up here. Oh, this is why I need a stool, because I'm too short. And I tend to put things up high. I can't see if it's plugged in. Forget it. I don't want to get a whole thing out. I'm just about done. But that's promising if I actually get a light on the board. So it's very possible I just need a more powerful adapter. Maybe this one finally died. But now that I have it out of the case, I can see what and look up what the board actually is. Power fan. What are you? I remember I bought this a long time ago because it was one of the very first like SBC x86 boards, and I thought that was so cool. You're not even in there. Of course, there's a lot of other better boards now. Let's say what you are. I don't see anything on here that shows atomicpi.org. That's the only thing that looks like it might. Okay, wait. My cluster is up? Okay. 1, 4. I have a 5-node cluster, which now has 136 gigs of RAM. Cool. If I get one more board working, that's going to bring it up to 160 gigs of RAM with, I don't know why it only has 4 terabytes of storage. Oh, this board doesn't have a terabyte. And bring me up to almost 5 terabytes storage and 48 cores capacity. Cool. 550 pods currently. All right, sweet. Well, I was kind of successful tonight. Thanks for hanging out. This was fun. I will try again with vertical or horizontal video if I'm doing this again, or just look up how to only make this go on a shorts feed, because that was kind of the goal. If it's not a shorts feed, it's fine. But yeah, this was just a random night of tinkering around and seeing how shorts it works. So thanks. Have a good night.